What is up, bros? Me, Josh here, and in today's video, we're going over the newest event that just went live on World of Warships, the new Halloween event. If you guys remember last year's event, some certain content creators, developers, employees of Wargaming got to play as these boss ships, either the cruiser or the aircraft carrier, and then the team, the enemy team, worked together to kind of defeat that boss. And if they did, they got rewards. Now, there's a new kind of system, a new kind of event this year that I think is actually pretty cool, and it's more of a co-op thing. So there's no enemy team; it's just you guys playing against the bots. So let's kind of dive into it. All you guys have to do, first of all, to do it is pick one of the three ships. The Jackal, which is the battleship, powered by Henry Hyde. We got Igor the Cruiser by Victor Einstein, and Blade the Destroyer, which is Abraham Helsinger. And all you guys do is just do the drop down for normal types of games, co-op random, ranked team battle, and scenarios. So be sure to click on scenarios. Now, only three ships you can pick. You can't get captain skills on this, so just keep that in mind. But there are multiple challenges that you can do during this. There's actually three types of challenges that are just are repeatable, which are actually pretty cool. And the first one is, in one battle, cause 100,000 HP in damage. This seems like a lot, especially for the ships that these kind of are. These are modeled after relatively low tier ships, 2, 3, 4s. But they actually, it's pretty easy to do 100,000 damage, honestly. And then by doing that, you get 100,000 credits and one of the Halloween camos. Two is Ikasa ships. These are the minion kind of ships that come in waves. All you have to do is destroy two of those, and you get 70,000 credits and another camo. And then the last one, which is just 10,000, and that's 30,000 credits and another camo. So these camos are actually pretty solid. If you guys are running out or don't have any of the ranked camos or have gotten unlucky with the try your luck, you can actually get these camos, which are awesome boosts. They're pretty goofy looking as well, and it's the -3% detection, 4% max dispersion, and 100% to XP earned in battle. So this is actually pretty solid too. You can actually farm those. So you can get 3 of the camos each run, so it's actually a good way if you are low on these camos. It's a good way to actually farm these camos if you want to get some extra experience for your ships. So a pretty cool addition. And then there's also additional stuff you can get while doing it, and you can do that. But on the game I played today, I played the Destroyer, and the Destroyer is pretty solid. You can go in, and this is just like every ship. Everything has a heal, which is kind of cool. Even the Destroyer is only Destroyer in the game that has a heal. And you can change it to premiums. You can add the upgrades. There's only 2 of them, I believe, on everything as well. Like, I haven't played the other ones. But you can't do anything with the captain, so you can't like put a 15-point captain on there or anything like that. But when you go in, you're gonna go into battle, and it's 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, and 3 destroyers. So 7 people working on each team. There are 7 people working on the team. So then all you have to do is go escort the Transylvania. And the Transylvania is escorting or holding these treats. As you can see on the side, it says treats. It's all lit up. And as you can see, there's this circle around it. Escort Transylvania to the portal, protecting her from any harm. So as you can see in the top left corner, escort Transylvania is the primary task. Secondary task is suppress all the catapults, 0 of 9. Make sure Transylvania doesn't lose more than 50% of her hit points. Eliminate all foes, 0 to 16, and Transylvania must not stop. As you can see, the glowing gate in the end is where you have to end up going. You actually end up going off to the left. I don't know if it's random if you go to the right or the left. I assume it probably is. But either or, we went to the left this side. So you can see this is the first one, or we're shooting against the catapults. Now these catapults can do some pretty massive damage and light stuff on fire. So you want to be using AP against this, even as a destroyer. And somebody has to be in this. It's kind of just like Overwatch if you ever played. The more people inside the circle, the faster Transylvania moves, which is a good and a bad thing. So you want to be shooting AP at these. As you can see, that's one of the fireballs. It shot at me. And you can actually do some solid damage. So you just want to kind of stay on top of these because they can light Transylvania on fire. You don't want that because you want to keep up that health. But the more people that are in the circle, the better. Now, like I said, this is a good and a bad thing. As you can see now, the battleships have now gone live. And these are the things that you have to kill. Now, they move really, really slow, but they have some pretty nasty secondaries. So with the Destroyer, I was basically just launching cooldown or torps on cooldown and trying to do as much damage as possible. One thing we were also doing was kind of smoking up Transylvania so it would take less damage. But this is kind of the downside if too many people are in the circle, because if a bunch of people are inside the circle, that means she moves fast and into these enemy ships. So kind of I guess the best way of doing it would be to keep one person inside the circle when you start fighting these guys, because you want her to move slow. You don't want her to move close to these enemy ships so she takes lots of damage. So like I said, we didn't really know what was going on. It was kind of early in this whatever this event, and so we were just kind of winging it and going for it. As you can see, though, I'm trying to smoke up so she takes less damage, and basically just put these things, put as much damage out as I possibly could. So one thing we kind of noticed too was it goes in kind of waves. Now I think there's 3 or 4 waves of these enemy ships, and what you have to do is then kill them off and keep moving. It seems to go catapults, battleships, catapults, battleships, 3 or 4 waves of that, and then you get to Rasputin, which is the last boss fight, and then he spawns with a bunch of these battleships, and you just kind of have to kill them off. Like I said, I think there's about 16 total of them, and they end up doing a decent amount of damage, so you got to be really, really careful. But probably the best way to do it is move her up as far as you can. Then once things spawn, then slow down. But you have to keep her moving to keep that extra additional secondary task. So if she stops, or if an enemy gets into that circle, then she automatically stops. So you kind of have to play around with it a little bit. So we've done pretty good here. I'm going to skip kind of forward a little bit to the next wave. So here's kind of the next wave. Same thing, just more battleships. As you can see behind us, there's like 3 battleships that spawn behind us. Don't worry about them. They don't have lots of range. So if something spawns behind you guys, like those 3 are right there, you don't really have to worry about those. Just let them do their thing. They're not going to catch up to you. Just focus on what's ahead of you. And then let the destroyers kind of focus on the battleships that are upcoming, and maybe have everybody else kind of focus on the catapults, because those catapults can put out some monster damage. You want to use AP on that. It seems like kind of everything doesn't have too much armor, so you can kind of get like full pens and full damage. But you want to kind of focus on those catapults first, and then focus on the other battleships. But like I said, you don't want to push her too far into those guys, because if you do, then she's going to take monster damage. So so you do this multiple waves over and over and over, and then you try to keep as much life as possible. Like I said, at this point, she hasn't really taken too much damage. And then at one point, you then get really, really close to the portal, and then you get a little message about Rasputin coming out. And all of a sudden, destroy Rasputin. Don't let it lay waste to Transylvania. So this is the boss fight. He spawns with a bunch of these guys. I was kind of all looking around because I didn't know exactly where he spawned, because it kind of looks all the same. So in my opinion, what you want to do is kill off the little guys, kill off the catapults, and then focus on Rasputin. The other guys, the little battleships, have about 27,000 life, 27 and a half. So they're not that bad, and they take lots of damage. I mean, I was shooting AP at these guys, and they were even taking a decent amount of damage. But Rasputin has over 200,000 life, which is pretty freaking crazy. And kind of, it seemed like the more all of your destroyers that are left at the end is kind of the best way to go. So basically, just keep on killing these extra battleships, killing the catapults, and then just focus on Rasputin. And then once Rasputin is dead, and as you can see right here, Rasputin has gotten into the circle, so there's nothing we could have done. It stops it, so we failed that. Transylvania must not stop, so we just failed that one. And then just sink Rasputin. So I'm trying to not tort my friendly destroyer right here, but basically just launch it. If at this point, if you have all 3 destroyers, it's pretty easy to kind of just do a massive amount of damage. But Rasputin hits like a freaking truck. As you can see, it's over 200,000 life. Each set, the destroyer launches 2 sets of 2 every 20 seconds. So I mean, there's 23,000 damage right there. So it's not too hard to do, especially if you have all 3 destroyers live. But he does hit really, really hard. We end up losing 1 right there. Then once Rasputin's dead, you just kind of clean up and then march it right in. You don't have to get right into the portal. When you get kind of close, then you're kind of good. And you kind of finish the task right there. So we basically failed every secondary thing. I mean, maybe if you get 3 guys together, you can division in this. So if you want to get you and 2 other guys together, you can do that. But we kind of failed all the secondary stuff, so we didn't get any of that. So I'm not exactly sure what the extra stuff is. Probably just some more camos, maybe some more credits, those kind of goodies. But we did achieve it. We did get a victory on this first one. So you kind of just feel close up to the gate. The gate looks awesome. This thing looks beautiful. They did a really good job. The camel looks awesome. It's kind of this cool steampunk looking thing. And they did a really, really good job with this. And of course, it's repeatable. So there we go. We just completed the task. We escorted Transylvania. We got the treats to everybody. And into the portal we go. And we got a GG right there. So it's fun, guys. It's fun. It's actually relatively hard, too, because if you get overwhelmed, because all of a sudden they just spawn. All of a sudden, a bunch of them spawn. And you like kind of freak out. You're like, where do I go? Where do I go? And there you go. But there's a victory right there, guys. 21 torp hits, 160,000 damage. 13 flooding, just pretty crazy. Team score shows what you've done. So we completed, I guess we completed some of the secondary ones, but we failed the Transylvania must not stop in the 50% health. So we got the easy ones, I guess, the kill things. So I guess that's always good. And then the rest of the stuff. So you don't get any Captain XP, and you do lose credits if you use premium consumables. But all in all, guys, it's pretty fun. I had a good time playing it. Like I said, you can pick the Jackal. You can pick the Jackal, the Igor, or the Blade. So any of these are pretty freaking cool. A good way to earn some extra XP camo. A good way to earn some extra credits if you want it, and a good way to just have some extra fun. And like I said, it comes with its own port too. So there's a Halloween port, and I believe you even get an achievement when you do this. So we'll check out that really quick. Yeah, at the bottom you do win a battle in a Halloween celebration scenario, so you do even get a little bit of achievement, whatever that really means for you. But yeah, so all in all, guys, it's a pretty cool event. Go have some fun on it. Go get some free stuff, some free credits, and have some fun. Like I said, it's a blast. It's cool. It looks beautiful. The port is awesome. Some ghost ships and stuff too. Last year there was a flying witch, so I don't know if they kept that in there. Some little Easter eggs by Wargaming, but a lot of fun, guys. This year's Halloween event. Let me know what you guys think about the event in the comments below. If you guys like this one, if you guys like last year's, whatever you guys prefer. What did you guys like more? Remember to like and subscribe, guys, and I'll catch you next time.